Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember, and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing, because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. What a great morning to all of us! This COVID-19 pandemic has created the largest disruptions and brought far-reaching changes in all aspects of human lives. From our ordinary way of living to celebration of big events like completion ceremony has suddenly shifted to new normal. Though completion ceremony is quite different this year, however, this will not be the reason for not celebrating the accomplishments and achievements of our dear students. Today is the day of rejoicing, for it marks the end of another stage of achievement that every student must undertake, and beginning to open up to a new chapter of challenges and sacrifices. Also, today is the most awaited part of the parents and guardians to witness their children reaping the fruits of their hard work and sacrifices. Thus, this day is also dedicated to the proud parents for their undying effort in sending their beloved children in school. It's another history unfolds as we come to an end the school year 2020-2021. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grade 10 Completion Ceremony of Rufo de la Cruz Integrated School, Poblacion Tubod, Lanao del Norte, with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. To start with, I humbly request everyone to pay attention and give respect to our Philippine national flag by singing of the national anthem through multimedia presentation, and to be followed with an opening prayer to be led by Judelrica Blanca, a grade 10 completer, and please remain in attention by singing of the regional hymn, provincial hymn, and the last but not the least, the municipal hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Almighty God, as we gather today, we thank you for the blessing of learning. Thank you for the privilege of studying in our chosen area and gaining new skills. Father, we thank you so much for our time here together, for all the friends we have made, for all the days of laughter and fun, and for all the great discovery and learning. We thank you for all who have given their energy and skills, our teacher and mentors, our family and loved ones, and we thank you for them and give them all to you in prayer. As this chapter of our life closes, a new one begins. We present ourselves like an open book before you. Come and inscribe your words of life into our lives. Fill our minds with your thought, fill our bodies with your strength, fill our heart with your dreams, that we might eternally love and serve you this day and every day. We ask all this in the glorious name of Jesus, who lives and reigns with you, and the Holy Spirit, world without end. Amen.
Diyos na iyang Mindanao mabuhay, himahal na mong natawan, mauswagon masidlakon malipayon, pagpano sa katahon. Magpapiling kaning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan o kamalipayon, isa kanunay gugmaan magpaibabaw, ang kahon sa'yo kanina. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, buta na among natawan, bisag usab man kalima, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat ang katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan, magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, buta na among natawan, bisag-usab man kalima, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat ang katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan, magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahinusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Iyas ng langit ulilingatan, siyang laman ng buong bayan. Nalawigan, naming musik at misyon, tunay namin Pilipino, lalawin mo kay mabuhay. May ganda ng kapaligiran, napanalangin kong lalawigan, kapag nagsisikap, nagkaisang at tutulungan, sa pagunlad ng lipunan, ang kapatang may bahal. Lalawin mo kay ang lakas pagkirang, hanggang ang bansa kailanman. May ganda ng kapaligiran, kapanalangin kong lalawigan, kamataan, nagsisikap, nagkaisang at tutulungan, sa pagunlad ng lipunan, ang kapatang may bahal. Lalawin mo
Lungsod nga mauspaon, lungsod nga madagayaon, tuloy tanan sa katawan nga malambun. Kadagatan kabukiran, kinaiyang way sama, intukod sa kinabuhi, kini atong bahandi. Karumatag sa kasadya, kadungganan na bagnan, tibuok lumulubyo, nagalimanda sa kahitasan. Mula sa Lanao del Norte, tuburan sa kinabuhi, tubod-tubod mabuhi, pabuhi sa kahangturan.
Today is the day that most parents and students have waited for so long in their life. So without further ado, let us hear an opening message from our dynamic and active principal, no other than Mrs. Helen C. Torres.
To our school's division superintendent, Alberto L. Opinari, SCSO 5, our energetic supervisor, Amelita Isbagol, dear parents, ever-supportive stakeholders, my fellow service providers, our dear completers, a pleasant morning to all of us. Congratulations and warm welcome. Today, you're about to close a chapter of your schooling life and will soon start crafting a new one. I know that last chapter that you have made this year has been full of challenges, and we were happy that we, your teachers in RCIS, together with your parents and significant others, were able to help you get through with all of them. Forget not that similar challenges will still be faced when you are about to start a new phase next year until we are done fighting against COVID-19. But life is beautiful. God has already identified good people to help you by then. You might not get the feel of marching on stage, but I assure you, you will enjoy the same benefits with that of others having completed grade 10, grade 6, and having moved from kinder. I personally hope that you, as you start and move to pursue your dreams, you will bring along the values we have shared with you in RCIS. Deal others with compassion, love our country, and continue to be a good and responsible citizen, and remain as always to be a steward of our environment and to the world we live in. Most importantly, cling to God. Give Him all your praises for giving us opportunities to live a wonderful life despite the problems that you have encountered. And above all, be grateful to Him for keeping us safe through this pandemic. Lastly, we from the RCIS family would like to thank your parents for choosing us, your mentors, and for always staying supportive to our cause in school. Soar high, make your alma mater proud. Thank you and congratulations.
At this point of time, let us hear another message from our very own Regional Director of DepEd Region 10, Dr. Arturo D. Bayocot, CESO 3.
Isang maalab at matagumpay na araw po sa ating lahat. Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon, sa Amihan ng Mindanao. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance learning, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape, and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But these successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time, and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great feat, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this year's end of school year rights, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. All together, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Muli, binabati ko ang lahat ng nagtapos sa taong ito. Hangad namin ang inyong patuloy na tagumpay, anumang landas ang inyong tatahakin. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng poong may kapal. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you very much, sir. At this moment, let us have a message from our very supportive and vibrant Division Schools Superintendent, Mr. Edelberto L. Oplinaria, CESO 5.
Greetings. It was never in our wildest dreams that one day we'll be forced to close our schools to protect you, dear learners, from the pandemic. I know that what happened in March last year when we had to forego the commencement exercises after President Rodrigo Roa Duterte announced that the country was placed under the state of calamity, saddened those who were supposed to proudly receive their diploma certificate of completion with their parents who waited for this precious moment that marked as an important milestone in their lives. This year, despite the health crisis that we are still facing, we decided to conclude the school year by holding the virtual graduation to recognize the sacrifices you put into the years of school work. This is the department's way of celebrating with you your success. Dear graduates, completers, this year's closing exercises with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic is a historic occasion signifying our victory as we have succeeded in pursuing our mantra of sulong edukalidad and in fulfilling our duty as mandated by the Philippine Constitution, and that is to protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels, and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Indeed, COVID-19 caught us off guard, but your teachers and school heads did not stop performing their tasks and finding ways to make education continue even if it means sacrificing their own safety so that you will have quality, equitable, and culture-based education that will liberate you from the bondage of illiteracy because they truly believe that you are the hope of this country. Allow me therefore to pay tribute to all DepEd Division of Lanao del Norte officials, school heads, teachers, and parents for painstakingly working day and night to ensure that you are given the opportunity to learn and finish basic education. This pandemic has indeed brought out the best in all of us because we have become more resourceful, resilient, steadfast, and innovative in our desire to deliver a strengthened quality education through distance learning modalities. In fact, the division managed to put in place programs that have improved our processes and systems. My special recognition goes to our very own Provincial Governor, Imelda Quebranza de Mapuro, Congressman Abdullah D. de Mapuro, Congressman Muhammad Khalid Quebranza de Mapuro, and all the provincial board members, municipal and barangay officials, the officers and members of the Parent Teachers Association, and all other government and non-government organizations for being instrumental in the provision of equipment, gadgets, materials, and funding support for the full implementation of this division's basic education learning continuity plan. To all of you graduates and completers, warmest congratulations. You deserve this accolade because despite numerous difficulties you have encountered along the way, you persevered and succeeded. May this victory serve as your stepping stone to become better in every way, to be more productive, disciplined, and to be ready for the world of work. And as you leave the portals of your alma mater, take advantage of the knowledge and skills you have gained to pursue your dreams and aspirations in life. And always remember, your teachers and all those who played a dynamic role of educating you with a heart. Again, my salute.
Thank you very much, sir, for that message. This time, ladies and gentlemen, you are now going to witness virtually the main highlight of today's ceremony, the presentation of the candidates for completion. May we have again our dear principal, Mrs. Helen C. Torres, to be followed the acceptance and confirmation of the candidates for completion to be done by our very own division schools superintendent, no other than Mr. Edelberto L. Oplinaria, CESO 5.
To our ever active schools division superintendent, Roberto L. Oplinaria, CESO 5, I have the honor to present to you 96 candidates for completion, 51 of whom are boys and 45 are girls of Grupo de la Cruz Integrated School for school year 2020-2021. I hereby certify that they are eligible for completion, having completed satisfactorily the requirements of prescribed by the Department of Education under the junior high school curriculum. May I therefore request you to confirm their completion, sir.
By the authority vested in me as the school's division superintendent of the Division of Lanao del Norte, and as the representative of Leonor Magtolis Briones, Secretary of the Department of Education, and having been represented and certified by the school head that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education, that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the junior high school curriculum, I now confirm you completers for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations!
Thank you very much, ma'am and sir. Once again, congratulations, completers. You made it. We are so proud of you. With that, you deserve a round of applause. And now, let us have the distribution of Certificate of Completion and giving of awards to be done by the Grade 10 advisors. May we have Miss Jennifer M. Paragoya together with Mr. Ryan Roged T. de la Cruz.
Grade 10 Integrity Completers, handled by Miss Jennifer M. Paragon.
Adalin Kyle Christian B.
Alamak Fernando.
Kahingirans Morgan A.
Arners DJ.
Polo Peter John N.
Fernandez Kevin R.
Impiso John Lawrence B.
Laping John Earl N.
Mama Najib M.
Noya Christian Lee N.
Macaldo Rodney A.
Paunti Salit J.
Rica Blanca Judel M. With honors.
Tanawon Ronnie M.
Tapi Ruben Jr. M.
Abelardi Liza May R.
Aguanta Patricia J. B.
Apas Charlene A.
Dayundon Grace Eve S.
Garcia Andrea G.
Gatoria Charimel D.
Himpiso Fria Diva B. With honors.
Irumo Lovely Jean S.
Camino Janela P.
Lataw Geraldine B.
Masota Rika Pearl F.
Milano Giselle T.
Dival Diana Rose M.
Falcon Santhea Rose B.
Salvacion Christine May Q.
Udak Ana Claire N.
Budak Kimberly Claire M.
Valdez Lara Jane B.
Grade 10 Deputy Computers handled by Mrs. Julie M. Alvino.
Adanza Christopher J.
Andaya Jonas Lucius M.
Pakatan Arnilo Jr. B.
Hukay Wallet M.
Kilia June I.
Esla Kapul Jr. D.
Steel Betrain Z.
Frontiras Albert Carr D.
Pinon Neil Joseph Monrad N.
Gonzales Gerson D. Andres.
Mucho Mark Brian M.
Corol Jericho A.
Sarip Jabber M.
Satori Ken Clyde S.
Nickly Florence J. P.
Torres Paul Mac N.
Victoria Joshua C.
Aliman Lauren B.
Baguio Julian S.
Paro Shalani D.
Carillo Lovisha G.
Kayano Louis Mitz Laika D.
Milatori Jasmine L.
Dilima Hana N.
Galabay Jalu P.
Himintiza Kimberly N.
Ikamin Darlene G. E.
Muscad City Haina N.
Amor Leticia T.
Bilapit Bea D.
Montino Jubilee C.
Yap Mary Joy D.
Creighton College Computers handled by Mr. Brian B.N.T. Lacruz.
Aray RJ D.
Akbal Arnold C.
Canoos Alterico Jr. R.
Webesano Fernan B.
Lapin Rob Lawrence D.
Gloriosa Philip B.
Malabar Ariel C.
Marmes Jason O.
Matas Kenny Anderson N.
Matas Mark Winsel A.
Matura Kian J. M.
Pipito Christian J. C.
Salinas Charles V.
Sasa Dan Mark B.
Supa Jonathan V.
Tuyok Ericel S.
Navia Jason G.
Villacura Junior Junior G.
Villar Vincent V.
Avelidas Beverly T.
Akon Mary Rose Ann R.
Camille Elaine S.
Sinita Jane Rose V.
Delia Virgin H.
Frontiras April Love A.
Na Manila Orbeth S.
Lucas Lovely J. N.
Macardo Isabel C.
Prado Rachel May V.
Isabella Emeline B.
Valdez Christina Cassandra N.
Congratulations, grade 10
completers!
Thank you very much. At this moment of time, let us hear a message of gratitude to be given to us by Fia Diva B. Himpeso, grade 10 completer with honors.
Distinguished guests, to our DepEd Secretary, Regional Director, Superintendent, Assistant Superintendent, to our school principal, school faculty and staff, parents, to my fellow completers, good day. Today, we have much to be thankful for. First, to the teachers and administration of our school for molding and preparing us for our future. We have received a great education thanks to our fine teachers. We are prepared to move on and to take on whatever challenges that may come next into our lives. Fellow completers, I want you to know what a great gift it is to be as prepared as we are. Here, we have had a high degree of academic excellence, and whether you intend to continue your education or not, you will benefit from what you learned here. Next, we can also be thankful for our families. These past 4 years have presented us with a lot of ups and downs. And it is good to know that we had our parents in our corner, supporting us along the way. Thanks to our parents, for we would not be here today without them. Your support was not the only source of our strength, but also the foundation of this school to upbring this spectacular moment. Finally, we can be thankful for each other. The friendship that we have made here will last a lifetime. I hope we will continue to provide support and encouragement for each other in future endeavors. Now, what can we be inspired today? I have seen in my years here that we don't have to look far for inspiration, and that we have the potential to make an inspiring contribution to others by being true to our values and committing ourselves to lofty goals. When we end here today, celebrate what you have accomplished, but look forward with an eye toward how you too can be the inspiration to others. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you very much, Freya Diva. Our very own Provincial Governor, Honorable Imelda Anguing Gebrensa de Maporo, has also a message to the completers, to be read by Mrs. Sharon Ann P. Langa, School Representative.
Our province has been through several disasters and other major challenges, but time and again, we have proven our resilience and ingenuity in facing these struggles. We are grateful to our Almighty for our strength to bounce back and adapt to a new normal. Last year, 2020, we were all shaken. COVID-19 disrupted our economy and caused enormous changes in our normal daily lives. Several restrictions and health protocols were implemented to contain the spread of the virus. Education was one of the significantly affected sectors. Our learning system was altered from traditional face-to-face learning to flexible and blended learning. I am thankful that the pandemic and the inconveniences attached to it did not deter us to pursue our dreams and aspirations for our children. There is no stopping to our quest for quality education. The new arrangement is undoubtedly more difficult than usual, but thanks to modern technology, the education of our children remains unhampered. We were able to continue what we have started and finished with flying colors. Indeed, our theme, kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, is very timely for this occasion. Today is a momentous day for everyone. Your graduation is the fruit of all your sacrifices and hard work. I am very delighted to be part of this virtual event as you celebrate the end of the school year graduation and completion rites. How I wish I could personally celebrate it with you and witness the delightful smiles on your faces. But this is all for now. We need to still follow standard health protocols for our safety. I do hope that despite our physical distance, you can feel my sincere admiration for achieving this important milestone. At this point, let me express my utmost respect to all school principals, teaching and non-teaching personnel. Your dedication and determination are key ingredients in motivating the students to learn. We truly value your sacrifices in producing and disseminating modules for your learners. We appreciate your role in delivering an essential service to the community. To our dear parents of today's graduates and completers, my warmest congratulations. Your sacrifices, hard work, and patience paid off. The pandemic compelled you to become an active player in your children's learning process. I know that it was never easy, but you made it. Again, congratulations. I encourage you to continue supporting and guiding your children on the right track. Let us not lose hope. We always look for a silver lining in every problem that we face. Finally, to our honorees, the graduates and completers for the school year 2021, congratulations! Compared to the previous years, this school year is never easy. I am glad to note that despite all the modifications in this new normal, you persevere and endure to the end. This ceremony has proven your resilience in these trying times. I am confident that with the knowledge, skills, and experience have gained from your school, you will be able to withstand challenges in your journey towards the future you desire. As you move to another chapter of your life, I hope that you become part of the positive change that we desire for our respective communities and our country. Never stop believing and dreaming for a better you. The world is so vast that there are still many opportunities that await you. Once again, congratulations to all graduates and completers for the school year 2020-2021. My fervent prayers and wishes for a bright future ahead of you. God bless and mabuhay.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Another message will be given to us from our Municipal Mayor of Tubod, no other than Honorable Yunsho Kapangpangan Bagol.
On behalf of the local government unit of Tubod, allow me to express my warmest greetings to graduates of the batch 2020-2021. You have successfully made it on your journey and now are prepared to face new challenges ahead in your lives. By your graduation today, you have showed resiliency this early in your lives and demonstrated the undefeatable fighting spirit of the Filipino. You have shined in the midst of an arguably one of humanity's darkest moments. You are all survivors. You have been tested and passed with flying colors. Today, as you add another feather on your cap, please take a moment to express gratitude to the hardworking men and women who made your education possible even in the midst of the pandemic. Do not forget the efforts and labors of your teachers, and most especially your parents, family and friends who have supported and sustained your education. As you move forward in your journey, treasure the fun memories you had with your batchmates and teachers, and always remember the lessons you learned along the way. This pandemic is a reminder to all of us that life is not at all times smooth and jolly, but it is also the tough and challenging times like this that mold our character. One day, you look back at this moment and share your life lessons with your children, just as your forebears have shared their stories of the times long past and gone. As you move your way up through life, apply all the lessons of humanity in dealing with your fellow men. Keep your dignity and stride with courage and humility, knowing that the honest efforts of your hands and mind will surely be not in vain. Again, my sincerest congratulations to all our proud graduates. Mabuhay!
Thank you very much, Mayor, for that message. In every ceremony like this, there is always a keynote speaker who will inspire, motivate, and encourage the completers to conquer their dreams and aspirations in life. And so, to introduce to us the keynote speaker for today's event, let us have Mrs. Josephine L. Algoso, Elementary ICT Coordinator.
This year has brought about negativity all throughout the world. We've all been so depressed and paranoid because of this pandemic. Some had fallen hopeless and broke, others were so disappointed on how things were going. But even when how negative everything has turned out to be, I was brought up to believe that everything happens for a reason, and that God will send someone or somebody to help us realize how beautiful life is, despite of our current situation. Those difficulties that you have encountered were just the challenges on our way to adapting the new normal situation. Somehow, some way, this made us realize that there is still more to be happy and thankful for. It is just a matter of virtue and attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker for today is a woman of virtue. I could say that she's a living inspiration to our dear completers and their parents. Thinking back of those years we've spent together as classmates, under the advisory of Ma'am Ador Peralta, I can still vividly recall her distinct virtues as our class valedictorian. Her perseverance, hard work, and spirit of willingness, which show up till now when I ask for her through Ma'am Lalaine to be our guest speaker for today. She never hesitated at all. She is the living idiom of a person who happened to be born at the right time and at the right place. Coupled with an impressive background, it was not therefore surprising that she became a devoted executive director of Klein's Institute of Management, formerly CIFL, the sole training provider of the National Federation of Cooperatives in the Philippines, and at the same time, the Vice President for the Administration and Planning Department of Klein's Life and General Insurance Cooperative in the Philippines. She provides strategic thought and leadership to improve the human resources, business processes and efficiencies, supporting teams across business units in Klein's, an insurance cooperative and leading micro-insurer in the Philippines. In Klein's Institute, she collaborates with 100 plus co-op partners of 4,000 plus cooperatives nationwide, continuously building capacities to define and execute strategies, changes, and overall management. Prior to joining Klein's, she had a short stint in the academy and experience in the financial services of the Rural Bank that pioneered the micro-enterprise access to the banking services of the Philippines. In the government, she has worked with the GOCC and the National Youth Commission and has been instrumental in the setting up of the Go Negosyo of then Philippine Center of Entrepreneurship. She was also a part of several community developments, humanitarian, and rehabilitation projects of the international organization USAID, performing as a middle to senior management roles that have successfully completed projects in Mindanao and the Visayas, including the post Typhoon Yolanda. She is a full member of the International Federation of Professional Managers and the International Council of Management Consulting Institutes and an associate fellow in the People Management of the Philippine Society of Fellows. A wife and a mother of two, her interest includes music, watercolor arts, books, and lately plants. My dear learners, parents, ladies and gentlemen, to inspire us and to share to us her secret gears to success. Please help me welcome Donna Marie Michelle Cabatic Dizon. A round of applause, please.
The Department of Education Secretary, the Honorable Leonor Magdudis Briones, our Regional Director of DepEd Region 10, Dr. Arturo B. Mayocot Seso 3, our Schools Division Superintendent, Division of Plano del Norte, Edilberto L. Oplenaria Seso 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Division of Lanao del Norte, Dr. Rosemary Tolod Maquesar, District Supervisor, District of Tubod West, Dr. Amelita S. Pagol, the School Principal of Rufo de la Cruz Integrated School, Dr. Helen Crisolovo Torres, Congressman, the Honorable Muhammad Khalid Quibranza de Mapolo, the representative of the 1st Congressional District of Lanao del Norte, the Honorable Imelda Anging Quibranza de Mapolo, Governor of the Province of Lanao del Norte, and our Municipal Mayor of Tubod, Lanao del Norte, Mayor Leoncio Kapangpangan Magdalene, parents and guardians, teachers, GPTCA officials and learners, good day to all of you. Mayong adlaw sa tanan. When I was invited to speak before you, I never hesitated. It is indeed an honor and a privilege as an alumna to be given this special task today. Today is extra special as we celebrate not only a virtual ceremony of moving up for our dear completers, but also since we have all collectively shown our resilience in the face of adversity. From the teachers, administrators, students, parents and guardians, and to all the stakeholders of the RCIS, or the Rufo de la Cruz Integrated School. This year's theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, is not only a guidance on how we want to see the quality of education today and the future post-pandemic, but also seeing it as a battle cry that each one of us needs to own. Our dear grade 10 completers, I can fully relate your struggles and challenges, having a son who also moved up to senior high school this year. To our parents, inuod man ang internet unsahay magkamang gyud, but there is no stopping in learning. And like in an internet connection that also say it is intermittent, there's no such thing as intermittent learning. Yes, reinforcements are needed, but learning in general is continuous. I will share with you an acronym of RCIS, which I hope you will always recall even after this day ends. R, remember. Remember where you came from and stay grateful. I can vividly remember the school year I started in then Rufo de la Cruz Memorial School, or RCMS. It was the late 1980s, and I was in grade 4 with my advisor, the late Ma'am Dailinda Dadula. I was a clueless grader, new in the place with a new environment. Challenges were different those times, but I always remember not only the learnings, but also the values that were instilled to me then. Excellence, care, creativity, humility, sportsmanship, and nurturing relationships among teachers, peers, and our classmates. I had the most admirable advisors, Ma'am Annie Alombro in 5th grade, Ma'am Ador Peralta in 6th grade, and the notable subject teachers such as, to name a few, Ma'am Gomos, Ma'am Nabor with homeroom skills proven to be useful until today. This was all under the leadership of Mr. and Mrs. Torres then. Although I seldom mention it, these people, teachers and classmates, make an impact as to who I am today. Dr. Jose Rizal's reminder is timeless. Ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan ay hindi makakarating sa parunoonan. This is a very unique trait of us Filipinos, part of our DNA. Don't fail to remember where you came from and the lessons that you learned along the way, which will be useful in the future. Letter C, cherish. Cherish the moments, the times that you had with your teachers and classmates, even in a virtual platform. Although this has been very challenging for all of you, I am sure you will look back to those days and share with your children and the future generation how you have all risen up to the challenge of education amid the pandemic. Letter I, inspire and be inspired. As you move up to higher years in education, you always have something in you that is uniquely you and yours only. You're distinct, unique, special. We do not conform to a world that defines success and greatness, but each of your paths are already set and determined by our Lord, the Maker, the moment you're being formed in your mother's womb. In spite of the difficulties, there will always be something in you that makes you inspiring. Do not lose that. Look for role models too. Do not be afraid to be mentored by others. These days, you're being faced by a lot of news. We don't even know what is fake from the truth anymore. When there is so much discouragement all around you, believe that you have in you that can make our world a better place to live in. Lastly, letter S, search for knowledge and wisdom. The search for knowledge is constant. Why? Because knowledge is power. When COVID hit us badly, the race for the discovery of vaccine increased and escalated. Now we have the power, as the government calls it, to resbakuna or to resbak, a slang, which means to really fight aggressively against the COVID-19 virus. This is what I want us to picture in your minds, that your search for truth and knowledge will not be taken for granted. The right to quality education is a basic right, and your participation in this noble endeavor in different roles, teachers, parents, students, other stakeholders, is very much appreciated. Kudos to all of you. In the same manner that search for wisdom is never ending. How to use the knowledge that you now have, and in the future, use it for good. That is where wisdom lies. Dear completers, I hope you will take this to heart. An old saying, but rings true today and for the days to come. This is from Proverbs 16, verse 16. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and good judgment than silver. Do not weary in studying, in learning, in the little or big opportunities to advance your education. In due time, you will harvest success. Congratulations to our dear, resilient completers. May you always RCIS. Remember to stay grateful, cherish the times that you had in school, whether physically and virtually, inspire and be inspired, and search for knowledge and wisdom. God bless us always and keep us all safe. Thank you very much. Daghang salamat!
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that very pleasant to the ears and heartwarming message. This time, let us have a closing message to be given to us by our school assistant principal, Miss Maria Victoria Biong.
Good morning, everyone. Before we close our completion ceremony, I'd like to take this opportunity to say, on behalf of the faculty and staff and administration of Rufo de la Cruz Integrated School, congratulations to the completers, the awardees, the families, and friends who have helped us arrive at this moment. To the completers, it is clearly seen by all of us your understanding, hard work, endurance, and achievements. It is a well-deserved pride, especially to your parents. Though it is not merely the end of awarding the certificates, diplomas, and medals, which you hang in your wall just for the people to admire with. But today, it exactly means accelerating the individuality on how far you set your limits. You have gone through with all the difficulties in your studies, be it physical, emotional, financial, and in addition to that is the pandemic situation that greatly affects our lives to the max. But you beat all these challenges. It all comes together here this morning, right in this ceremony, as we witness your fruitful journey comes to an end. Change is here, and another door awaits you with lots of opportunities, chances, challenges, and pursuits in a higher level that requires more endurance and more hard work. There comes a time that you will apply all the information, knowledge, wisdom you gain from your dear mentors. And as you leave your alma mater, kindly embody the ideals we implanted and possess the visions of holding the light of the future gratification. As the end of this academic year 2020-2021, may I leave this thought for us to ponder, and may this inspires all of us. Success is the sum of all small efforts, which are repeated. Thank you, good day, and congratulations.
We have come to an end of the program. May you therefore continuously improve yourselves with lifelong learning, being enriched by every experience, including the trials that will come in the pathways of living and growth. Your parents can only give good advice or put you on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in your own hands. Once again, congratulations to all the completers and to the proud parents. Soar high, RCIS, and move forward, batch 2020-2021. This is Michelle Yuson Danyu, your Master of Ceremony. Thank you and God bless us all.
I was lonely, you were with me. I was silent, you spoke up for me. Mighty love, you gave me strength to stay.
When I faltered, you cheered me on. When I've doubted, you believed in me. I was lost before you showed the way. And I'll always remember the things that you said. And I followed my dreams where they led. It was you. You are the reason I'm here today. I followed my heart just like you. You changed my life and I want to say my world is much brighter with you. You believed in me and told me every day your actions showed me. You don't know how much that meant to me.
Pick me up when I fell through the cracks. Gave me hope despite how odds were stacked. I still told me because you had my back.
And I'll always remember the things that you said. And I followed my dreams where they led. It was you. You are the reason I'm here today. I followed my heart just like you. You changed my life and I want to say my world is much better with you. It was you. You are the reason I'm here today. I followed my heart just like